Hey everyone, here is the box that the front cab ships in. So they definitely managed to really compact this in the install or when it closes down. Let's take a quick measurement of how big this is so we can get a sense of how small you could technically get this thing. So I got, let's see, about 22 by 8-ish. It's not bad. Pretty good size. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. Another thing I wanted to mention was I'm not a weak person, but this is definitely a little bit more heavier to carry around. It's not going to break your back anything, but for those mom and dads out there, every little thing counts when you're the mule. And my setup here is probably maybe 3 pounds. Super light, super compact. So just something to think about too. That's going to add a little bit of weight. I don't think it's going to be a game changer or a deal breaker, I'm sorry, but it's definitely beefy. Okay, I'm in Solis now. I'm going to try to go ahead and install this thing. I didn't really unpack it or anything like that, just to give you a sense of what we're working with here. So it comes with a pump, as you probably know if you looked at the site. It's rechargeable. It is juiced up, so that's good. See how much power we'll get out of this thing. Maybe I'll give it a charge right now. So it's using a USB-C charger, so that's awesome. For your, it'll charge with more power. So let's just go ahead and plug this thing in while I unpack this other part. Maybe we'll get some extra juice out of it. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have, what I want to say here, rolled this up very nicely. So the reason I want to do this in the car is because most of you mom and dads out there and non-mom and dads are going to be sitting in the car when you do this thing. Perhaps it's raining. You always got to do it under the most tense scenarios. So this obviously, I think it's pretty easy to tell that this one is the mattress because it's a rectangle, and this other one is the ottoman. I'm going to assume that I have to pull the seats all the way back. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This one's all the way back. Okay. Good there. Because I did not read any of the instructions at all. And I'm usually good at this. Okay. Deflate. Yeah, it's not telling us much, huh? All right. Cool. Let's get the pump out. Connect this thing back. Am I missing a knob? There it is. Okay. Put this on here. There we go. Here we go. See if it has a stop valve. Let's stop this for a second. Yep, it sure does. Awesome. So that means you can stop it, obviously inflate and keep going. Let's do this. All right. It is. Well, I can tell you one thing. It is definitely a better fit than my cheaper solution. I'm going to pause real quick. So I should admit maybe I'll inflate the other one, but that's a very tight fit, but it looks like it's just right. I mean, that's some really good planning and engineering right there. So it looks like it's fitting perfectly. Almost done. Again, making that noise. Boom. Very nice. Can you see it right here? It only took, a minute or two, minus some of my bumbling. All right, I'm gonna throw the mattress on now. Here. From what I could so there's a notch. Looks like goes right over. See how that's curved right there? Bring it up a little. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a notch right there. It goes around the top. So, I mean, another perfect fit. So I'll lay it out like this. What's nice too, Something I ran into with the $120 setup is that the valves were kind of like on the far right and far left, and it was actually a tad bit too long, the bed, so it kind of went up on the window a little. But it's nice to have them both right here. So I have to say, if you're just purely looking at it from a pricing standpoint, sure, my other setup is much cheaper. But man, going back to, you know, the theme of our blog and mom and dad's having to do all this and trying to hack every second, minute out of your time, this is very efficient. So let's pump this up. I probably should have tilted the seat back a little bit more, I'm guessing, but that's all right. Again, mom and dad's hacking away. Sometimes you just throw stuff up. All right. Okay, that one does not have a valve. Let's check this out. Okay, readjusting it a little bit here. Oh my goodness. This thing really does fill up every inch of the front, which is great. So with my cheaper setup, it doesn't go up to the dash like that. So really you're looking at only a width of maybe like something like this. And I don't have my ruler, but let's do the lay test. All right, you guys are gonna go with me here. Okay. Oh, I have to say, this is nice. I could sleep here for sure. And I guess that's all that matters. Then again, so I'm gonna break this thing down now and see how it goes. One thing I noticed that this is very finicky. These valves, the flap didn't close very well, the air flap. Oh, you can see it, unfortunately. I don't have enough light. So it deflated pretty quick. So I'm gonna put this in reverse. And again, it looks like the, my apologies, the pump comes charged, so it's kind of nice. So far it hasn't died yet, so let's see if I can deflate this thing. Let's do this. Pretty easy to deal with. All right, let me close that up. That looks like it's pretty deflated. Let me just get this out of the way here. Okay, so there's the bed. So let's deflate the other part using the deflator. Boom. All right, so let's accelerate this a little bit. I could have squished it a little to try to get the air out. But again, worst case scenario, what if it was raining outside? What if I couldn't get out there to unfold it and flatten it out? I'm not gonna assume that I would have to deflate and shrink this thing inside the car with my 3 screaming boys behind me. So pretty sure that's it. Close the valve back up. Right behind me. So this one definitely looks like it's not going to be a problem. The trick will always be to have access to the inflator, deflator. So it'll be like that. By the way, I've never done this with this, so let's take a look at the bag. That's the width we're working with. The plight or the enjoyment. You know, it's always got to be fun with this. You know what I'm going to try to do first is I'm going to actually try to stick this in the bag. I learned this trick working with my canopy. Sometimes when it comes in multiple pieces, it's just easier to put them in separately. You kind of just jam it in there, which again, probably is gonna increase it in size from that initial size I was working with. All right, so I got that down there. Okay, let's see. Apologize here, probably huffing and puffing. It's a little humid today. Boom. Get in there. Yes. Success. And then you got this guy. Put him back in here. squash. And like I said, clearly it has increased in size. That's the bed. Hope you found that useful. It definitely was comfortable. I laid on it. It's definitely a little bit bulkier. So I guess the trade-off is we have to deal with, it's a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bulkier, but it's definitely more comfortable. A little bit easier to set up, less cumbersome. So you just got to see if that works for your situation or not. Thanks for watching.